Well, first you have to understand uh, our situation at Top Rank. We have been working all year, the past year, with MTK. And because of our connection with MTK, we've been able to get a whole host of events from MTK and televise them in the United States on ESPN Plus, which is now 8 million subscribers. So that's been a big success. And our relationship with MTK has been tremendous, and particularly with Dan, who was the original founder of MTK and now is still an advisor to them and is in effect our advisor regarding the Mideast. He's living in the Mideast and he has very, very good connections. And so we early on ceded to Dan the authority to explore opportunities in the Mideast on behalf of Top Rank. And in talking to Frank, we told Frank what our preference was, and Frank agreed to go along. His company, Queensberry, is the co-promoter of Tyson Fury. And we've even been talking to Eddie that let's not go crazy with everybody talking to different people in the Mideast. Let Dan field all those proposals and report back to us. And so that's what we've been doing. And, you know, a lot of things happened in the Mideast that were unforeseen. The price of oil went from $50 to $60 a barrel down to under 15. But and you know, the Mideast pretty much is on lockdown. But Dan's been handling all of that. We've had other, you know, major fights that we would like to do in the Mideast, like, for example, a Pacquiao-Crawford fight, which Dan has been working on. And he has been a real rock for us in seeding, going through all of these proposals and seeing what's real and what's not real.
You're obviously, yeah, you're talking about Daniel Kinahan, who was the founder of MTK, but moved away from the company in 2017. So he seems to me, by the way you're talking, very influential in where this fight could take place between Josh and Fury, if it's to happen, Bob.
That is correct. Dan, we have great confidence in Kinahan. We think he's very, very, very honest, very astute. He has great connections. And it appears to us, when that fight happens, let's assume Joshua beats Pulev and Fury beats Wilder in their fights that'll take place. Next year, we'll be looking for a site. US, UK, is the Mideast coming up with a very, very large number for that fight. And that's what Dan is looking into, because everybody trusts Kinahan with handling that situation, whether it's Eddie or Frank or myself. So Dan is like the captain when it comes to the practicalities of doing a fight in the Mideast. Well, Kinahan, he's one of my favorite guys because, you know, I like to deal with guys, no-nonsense people whose word is their bond. And that's what it's been with Daniel. And I've had the opportunity to meet him a couple of times. Once when we went over to visit with him in Dubai, we had spent about 4 or 5 days with him. He's a very impressive guy. And then later on in the year, in last year, around July 4th, an event, and he was an advisor in Kazakhstan, in Nur Sultan in Kazakhstan. And there was a big charity function, and he flew in for that, and we spent some time together. I think Dan's influence is tremendous because people trust him, and because he maintains good relations with all the promoters, including Top Rank, that it's a lot easier for promoters to go along with him rather than maybe do it themselves, because he really serves as a fair type of buffer, with promoters who may be at odds with each other, like Frank and Eddie.